Good afternoon. I am Mitty Nemec-Stenherter, Provost and Vice Chancellor, and on behalf of the entire University of Wisconsin-Platteville community, I am delighted to welcome you to today's commencement ceremony. Please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem led by Rachel Day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rifles from the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Rachel. Please be seated. Welcome, parents and relatives, guests, faculty and staff, but most of all, welcome to our graduating students for this 189th commencement ceremony. This afternoon, we will honor our graduates in both the College of Liberal Arts and Education and the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. This morning, we awarded diplomas to graduates in the College of Business Industry, Life Science, and Agriculture, as well as those earning graduate degrees. This year marks the 146th anniversary of the founding of the first normal school in the state of Wisconsin. That was the birth of what has become today's University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these 146 years, more than 52,000 students have earned degrees from this outstanding institution, and at this ceremony, we will confer 275 bachelor's degrees. This morning, we awarded 235 bachelor's degrees and 92 graduate degrees. So today, in total, we will award 602 degrees, signifying your graduation from UW-Platteville and the University of Wisconsin system. We are extremely fortunate to have with us today the president of the UW system, Board of Regents. Brent Smith is an attorney with Johns and Flaherty in La Crosse. He has served on the State Public Defender Board and the Wisconsin Federal Nominating Commission for Federal Judges. He is past president of the Wisconsin Technical College Board. He received his bachelor's and law degrees from UW-Madison. Here to provide the welcome is University of Wisconsin System Board of Regents President Brent Smith.
Thank you, Provost. I've had the opportunity in the almost 9 years that I've been on the Board of Regents to visit UW-Platteville on many occasions. First, when Chancellor Markey was a leader here, and now with Chancellor Shields. And it's always great to come back and visit. Graduates, on behalf of the Board of Regents, I welcome you and your families to today's ceremonies. The Board of Regents and our System President, Kevin Riley, extend our sincere congratulations and best wishes to the graduates and, of course, to all the parents, spouses, partners, faculty, and academic staff who have supported their efforts to make this day a reality. The University of Wisconsin system, which I'm here today representing, with it has 13 four-year universities, 13 freshman and sophomore colleges, and a vigorous extension service, is one of the largest and most respected public university systems in the nation. As the Regents heard from Chancellor Shields at last week's board meeting, UW-Platteville is the fastest growing campus in this system. Over the last 13 years, enrollment has increased here more than 45%. Many of you know that this university was, of course, formerly the Wisconsin Mining Trade School. I've seen that enormous M that can be seen on a hill a few miles east of the city. Today, I'm proud to say that this campus is, again, you know, is home for a very renowned engineering program and has one of the highest placement rates for its engineering graduates. Indeed, I know one of the engineering graduates who gets his degree today. A very special friend of our family, Bob Robson, gets his degree in a few minutes, and then, with these placement rates, as I talked about, will start a new job in my hometown in La Crosse in just a few weeks. You'll see Bob when he's up, and there's Bob. Stand up, Bob. Stand up. There you go, Bob Robson. Higher education here at UW-Platteville and all over our country is much different than when I was a student in Madison from 1971 through 1978. I certainly could not imagine such things as MOOCs and the online learning associated with them. One thing that certainly hasn't changed, though, is the importance of higher education and the value, both from an economic point of view and otherwise, of the degree that's going to be conferred upon you today. Indeed, in a poll that was taken recently, a majority of Americans said that higher education is very, very important in achieving what we've always called the American dream. The number of Americans attending colleges also support the proposition that our country believes very strongly in higher education. As of October 2011, 68.3 of 2011 high school graduates were enrolled in college. From an employment perspective, the argument for education is compelling. Simply put, when you look at all the statistics, not only is a college graduate more likely to be employed, he or she is more likely to be employed at a higher income than those without a degree. In addition, it's not in dispute that college degree holders bring economic and social benefits to the communities they eventually reside in. Those citizens with college degrees will continue to be in demand, and I'm sure you and your parents are all glad to hear that. Consider the following. The number of jobs requiring post-secondary education will increase to a national average of 63% by 2018, outdistancing the number of qualified workers by 3 million. In 2018, an estimated 61% of the jobs in Wisconsin will require post-secondary education. Employers want college graduates, especially those that have a blend of liberal education and applied learning. Specifically in Wisconsin employers want college graduates. Some here argue that there's some kind of brain drain of college graduates leaving Wisconsin after graduation. Indeed, the fact is that 81% of Wisconsin residents remain in Wisconsin after graduation from a UW campus. Despite all that, there's a lot of challenges still for higher education. We continue to need the financial support from the state of Wisconsin to keep this university great, and this is where all you come in. You can help Wisconsin residents and elected leaders understand why it is so important to support UW-Platteville and the whole UW system. You can keep this world-class university system for future generations of college students as well. Going forward, please tell your elected leaders about your experience on this campus. Tell them why affordable tuition and financial aid is important for Wisconsin students. You can help by advocating higher education and the benefits it brings to our state, to our country, and really to our global community that we now live in. In closing, I want you to know the Board of Regents is proud of the achievement that you're here for today. We know that you have worked hard to earn your degrees, and we all know that you are well prepared for the opportunities the future will bring. Thank you for being part of the UW-Platteville and the UW system community.
Thank you, President Smith. As a part of today's ceremony, UW-Platteville is displaying the flags of the countries represented by international students currently studying at UW-Platteville. As the graduates entered the gymnasium, you may have noticed that some of them are wearing special international stoles. Our international students who are graduating wear white flag stoles featuring the United States flag and the flag of their home country. UW-Platteville students who have studied abroad wear stoles featuring the flag of the country where they studied. Each year, the university invites a senior speaker to address the graduates. Students are nominated by their colleges, and then they go before a panel that chooses someone to represent their graduating class. This year's speaker literally gained a world of experience during his time at UW-Platteville. As a member of Engineers Without Borders, he made 3 trips to remote villages of Ghana, West Africa. In 2009, he helped construct a 50-foot bridge that provided much-needed access for villages to healthcare facilities, schools, and market centers. Last year, he was a part of the group that studied the feasibility of a primary school, and this year he went back to begin construction of the school that will serve 250 children and 4 villages. He is an environmental engineer from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, so please help me welcome Ian McGregor.
Hey, we've made it. Congratulations to us. Congratulations to parents, friends, and family for having a student, for having a family member complete a college degree. Congratulations to professors, faculty, and staff for no longer having to deal with us. Congratulations to us. Congratulations for having made it through a college career and surviving that experience intact and ready to take on the world. When we arrived here at Platteville, we had no idea how college was going to affect us or who we might be when graduation day finally arrived. Well, here it is. Who are you? Are you someone who is confident and can take the lead in any situation? Are you impulsive and change your mind suddenly and without warning? Are you easygoing and never lose your cool? Are you creative, lazy, efficient, sociable? Are you? Yeah, you're all of those things. Depending on which side of the bed you woke up on this morning, you could be any one of those. But the one thing that has remained constant over the last several years is that you have been a student. And today, all of that changes. Today, we become teachers, engineers, police officers, sales representatives, grad students, and the unemployed. Who we are is defined by what we do. So find something you love and make sure to share that with others. This past summer, I had the opportunity to work with an individual who embodied this sentiment. An engineer, a pharmacist, founding member, and president of a nonprofit based out of his own home in rural Ghana. Mauli is a role model for us all. Mauli worked with myself and the other students who traveled with the Engineers Without Borders team to construct a primary school this summer. The work consisted of hard manual labor, of moving thousands of wheelbarrow of concrete and rock day in and day out for 3.5 weeks. Even the students, with our Gatorade, trail mix, and ibuprofen, couldn't put half of the passion and intensity into the work that Mauli did. After 2.5 weeks, the team decided to take a day off. However, a small side project was still in need of repairs. Myself and another traveling team member and fellow graduate, Ethan Becker, volunteered to finish the repairs to the side project. We were in need of a translator to help us while we were in the village where the project was located. Mauli volunteered to help us out, and he was happy to do it. He picked Ethan and myself up, and we rode to the job site. After a day of preventing children from playing in cement dust, hauling 5-gallon buckets of water up and down a hillside, mixing mortar beneath a low bridge, and not receiving the assistance from the villagers who had volunteered to help us, Ethan and I could not get out of that village soon enough. During the trip back to our accommodations, Ethan and I vented our frustrations to one another about the day's events in the back of the taxi cab we were riding in. Mauli, who would be returning home to no electricity, no hot shower, no reliable source of drinking water, turned to us sitting in the back of the cab, and he said it's all part of the job. Ethan and I stopped venting our frustrations and realized how selfish and petty we were being. Mauli had been able to find his passion of nonprofit work and share it with all of the students who had traveled. Mauli didn't care about the work. Mauli didn't care about the people or how people felt about the work he was doing. He cared only about the work that he was doing was good, and it was what he loved to do. The fact that he was working with students who shared his passion for nonprofit work made him love his job that much more. But what he said is true. It is all part of the job. It is part of the job to reach out to those in need, part of the job to sit down with those who are willing to listen, part of the job to debate with those who disagree. And if it sounds as if I'm speaking of religion being defined as a set of values for one to live life by, then yeah, I am speaking of it. But performing your job is not just for Sundays in church or Saturdays at temple or Fridays at mosque. It is for every day. When you find that thing that you're passionate about and you love to do, share it. Share it, whether it's spreadsheet optimization or skydiving, share it. Attend the conferences, participate in the competitions, make the trip to see the expositions. Share what you love. So if you are an employee who only goes to work and back and doesn't do what you love, all you are is an employee. Don't be just an employee. Find what you love and share it with others. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian, for that wonderful message. It is now my pleasure to introduce our principal speaker for this afternoon's ceremony. Brian J. Rao earned his bachelor's in mechanical engineering from UW-Platteville in 1986. He subsequently earned his master's and PhD from UW-Madison. He graduated from the MBA executive program at UW-Madison in 2000. In 2005, he earned an international business certificate after completing the Global 2020 executive program at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College. He has worked at Deere & Company in Dubuque, Iowa since 1994, serving as Vice President, Engineering and Technology in the Construction and Forestry Division since 2007. At Deere, he leads an 800-engineer organization that develops construction and forestry equipment. He is responsible for engineering stewardship of the product line from advanced research and development to current product maintenance. Prior to becoming vice president, he served as director of engineering from 2002 to 2007, and previously was the manager of advanced research and development and product evaluation. So please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Brian Rao.
That was a long list, and I had a hard time getting dressed today, so there's a lot of challenges in life. I'd like to thank you for letting me join you today in this important milestone and transition that you're all going through in your lives. It was about 25 years ago that I graduated from UW-Platteville, and I was very appreciative of the education I got. And I'd like to share with you that, without a doubt, the education you got is good enough to do anything you want to do in your life. The things that are actually really important are the things you got besides your education while you're here. And that's, of course, part of a longer journey. It's the times you spent making friends, developing relationships, learning what to value and what's important. Frankly, it was some of the time I spent in 2nd Street, late at night. That added a lot of value to my life, right? I had a lot of good times and made a lot of great friends that today are still with me. And those lessons are really as important as what you learned in Ottensman Hall or the different places you're at. Those are important things, but they're just part of things. There's a lot to be admired about what you've just received. As a matter of fact, as I got ready for today, I reflected back a little bit on some of the things that I really got out of this experience at UW-Platteville. And actually, some of it I didn't recognize till much later. And I'd like to talk just a little bit about something that's well over 100 years old. And as it goes back to the time of Governor Bob LaFollette at the turn of the 19th century into the 20th century, and he advanced the idea of the Wisconsin idea. And hopefully you're all familiar with that. The Wisconsin idea is a political as well as an educational discussion. But from an education standpoint, the Wisconsin idea is that the benefits of the university don't reside just with the faculty and the students at the location of the campus, but reside and go all the way to the borders of the state. They go to every business, every family, and it's important that they do that. And actually, that is really a call for social responsibility, It's actually a call for action to the students, and it's a responsibility for all of us. And what a wonderful thing. And think about how forward-looking that was in 1896 to 1904 when that really was started. That was a tremendous thing. And matter of fact, at that time, the world was pretty small. Matter of fact, I think about my paternal grandmother who lived in Glen Haven, Wisconsin. It's a suburb of Lancaster. I made that up. And you know what? She never traveled more than 75 miles from where she was born. And yet she understood that she had to give to her community and work for many different things. You know, if Governor Bob LaFollette was here, though, today, he'd say, that was really good, but you know what? I should have thought bigger. He should have thought about what Ian just talked about and extending that well beyond the boundaries of the state. It's impossible to conceive. Matter of fact, if I go back 25 years ago to when I graduated, I could not have understood how important China would be. The things that are going on in Brazil becoming another breadbasket for the world. How important it would be, actually, that Russia, natural resources would be available to us and be an important part of our future. I wouldn't have understood how important it is to go to Ghana and help people because they're the next step up on that list. So I think if Bob LaFollette was here today, he'd talk about the Wisconsin idea extending around the globe and being part of an international responsibility. And as you think about this and the connectivity you've got and whether you're going to live in Platteville, Wisconsin or Chicago or London or Dubai or Shanghai, it's going to continue to change. And that's a tremendous opportunity. I'd like to share with you, actually, 10 years ago, I saw all this going on around the world and I got worried. I felt like a victim. There's things going on that are changing my life. I can tell you in the last 10 years I've become to understand that not only is an opportunity business, but socially, it's a tremendous opportunity to enrich my life. And it's not done. I'll give you a few statistics. Brent Smith did a nice job talking about the value of an education. But you know what? Actually, between now, we've got 7 billion people on the planet. By 2045, we think there will be 9 billion people in the world. 9 billion. That's a 30% increase in population. But you know, it's not increasing in Dubuque, Iowa, or the United States, or Western Europe. It's actually growing in Southeast Asia. It's growing in Africa. It's growing in the Middle East. Places that want to become part of the economic part of the world, and it's a tremendous opportunity. You know what? Here's another statistic that I think is really important to understand. We think the population is going to grow 30% during that period of time. We actually think the demand for food is going to double. Well, I'm kind of a linear mathematician kind of guy and say, shoot, are people going to get really fat? We're eating a lot more. Actually, what's really going on is actually people's diets are getting better as they climb the socioeconomic ladder. People that previously were making less than $2 a day now are making more than that. And they decide they want more proteins in their diet. They want to improve the way they live. And actually, we think we see it going on today, and we see it continuing to go forward. It's a tremendous opportunity for all of you to understand that this is the best time to be alive. You know, more and more people are being lifted out of poverty than ever before, and it's through education, communication, collaboration, and your worlds are different than it was when I grew up, and certainly different than when Bob LaFollette started the Wisconsin idea. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to actually just share a few ideas, a few things that I think are important as you think about this world and your careers for the next 30 to 40 years, what's going to be important to you. We all know we need to be more adaptable than we've been in the past, right? It's an important attribute. You don't want to close in. You need to understand that change is there. But what are the things that are important? If it's okay, I'll start with a story. My earliest childhood memory, and this is a completely true story, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, my dad used to come home from work. He'd come home at 4 o'clock every day, and we'd grab my baseball glove, and we'd go out in the front yard, and my dad would throw me a baseball, because he had hoped that someday that I'd grow up to be a Major League Baseball player. I have tremendously disappointed that dream, but it was a good dream at that time. And what I'd like to share with you is one day, and this is what I remember, he was throwing me ground balls while our elderly neighbor watched. And when he'd throw the ground ball, he'd yell, "Scoop it," and I'd pick up the ball and I'd throw it back to him. And he'd yell, "Scoop it," and I'd throw it back. And I kind of remember that, but what I really remember very strongly is our neighbor, one time after my dad said, "Scoop it," get up and yell at my dad and use a lot of colorful words and say, "You quit calling that boy stupid." Wow. You know. And stupid wasn't the best word I learned that day. It was kind of cool. Yeah. So one of my earliest childhood memories was a miscommunication. And as we think about the world, communication is very important. And we talk about that all the time, right? The value of communication. But a lot of times we miss what's important. You know, we need to have inclusive communications. As we think about the groups we're with, We need to use words and terms that people understand. And sometimes it's avoiding jargon, but sometimes it's avoiding metaphors. It's looking at the people in the group. If you got someone from an environment that may not have grown up with football, you might want to talk about that's a real touchdown or a home run. You might want to think about how to make that communication. You might want to think about, so often we frequently talk about what do we want people to know when we communicate. I'd like to encourage you to do more than that. That's 1/3 of the way. I'd like you, when you communicate, to think about what I want them to know, but I want to know what I want them to feel like when they hear it. I want to be confident. I want to feel like they're included. And I want you to ask what I want them to do when they're done. Sometimes that do is just respect me or listen to me, but it's important to talk about that know, that feel, and that do in your communication. And find ways to be inclusive in what you do. It's easy to do. It requires you to think about it, and it's different. If you grew up like I did in a town where everybody looked like me, that's a change. But it's important to be able to embrace that change and be different. The next thing is I had wonderful parents. I hope you did too. It's a great thing to grow up with people that love you and try and guide you. But my parents sometimes got it 80% right. And let me give you a really simple example because I think it's really important. My mom was really good at telling me, Brian, I want you to follow the golden rule. I want you to treat people like they want to be treated. That's a pretty good rule. But you know what I found out? Not everybody wants to be treated like I want to be treated. You know what? I found out there's something else, and matter of fact, you probably heard it's a bit jargon. It's the platinum rule. It's find out how people want to be treated and treat them that way. And that part of being an empathetic human being, understanding others, what motivates them, what's important to them, allows you to connect with people in ways you never could have imagined. And I'll tell you what, people in different parts of the world or different backgrounds have different things they value, and it's just different. And you will be much more important to them and have a much richer life if you become an empathetic human being. You find ways to connect with people in ways they wish to be connected with. It's a really good thing. The next thing, what I'd like to share with you is another story. So communicating and being empathetic is really good. But I have an Uncle John Hohouse, and he's passed away now, but he was a commercial fisherman in Cassville, Wisconsin. Kind of a tough job, you know, getting up every morning and going out in the river in a flat-bottom aluminum boat and throwing nets and picking them up the next day. And I remember it was probably 25 years ago, my Uncle John, in the afternoon, was probably having a beer and relaxing, and he said, I got to tell you what happened to me this morning. And he goes, it was odd. He said, I went out this morning. It was dark out. And he said, I was tired, didn't feel very good. Find it kind of creaky. He's probably in his 70s at that time, maybe late 60s. And he said, I was working really hard, throwing my nets out and pulling some things in. And he said, all of a sudden, my boat got hit by another boat. And he said, I turned around and he said, I yelled like you wouldn't believe. He said, I was pointing my finger and said, God dang it. You know, why aren't you paying attention to what you're doing? What's the matter with you? Where's your head? What are you doing? And he said, I yelled for a minute and a half. He said, then my eyes kind of focused a little bit. And he said, there was nobody in the boat. He said, I yelled for a minute and a half in an empty boat. It just had come unmoored. And you know what? The reason I'm telling the story is I want you to think about the empty boats in your life. You know what? We've got a lot of stuff going on. I feel busy all the time, and I bet you do too. And there's some things that are really important, and there's some things that aren't. And sometimes separating out what isn't worth your emotion is really as important as figuring out what does. You know, find out what the empty boats in your life are. You know what? I don't care if I clean my room all the time, right? Find out what's important to yourselves and focus on those things. And some things just are the way they are. And don't worry about those things. If your emotion isn't going to change it or it isn't worth your emotion, avoid it. Because I got to tell you an important secret that I've just started to learn myself. And that's it. You can be busy all the time, but you got to take care of yourselves. You know, you've got to have a rich and fulfilling life. But you got to find out when to say no, when to invest yourself and when not to invest yourself. And if you only invest yourself, you'll wear yourself out and you won't be very good at a whole bunch of stuff. So if I can share with you what I think is the most important as you look forward in your lives and you try and prepare yourself for this global world that's going to change on you. You've all heard you've gotten a degree for jobs that don't exist 10 years from now or 20 years from now. Focus on good communications. Include people in what you do. Focus on being an empathetic human being. Not only will it make you more effective as an employee, as a person, you'll enjoy it more. You'll get to know people in ways you wouldn't have if you hadn't spent the time. You'll become a better person and people will like you. That's not a bad thing. And also, take care of yourselves. You know, invest yourself where it makes the most sense. Use your emotion the right way. And frankly, take the Wisconsin idea and extend it around the globe. Be positive with what you've got. We've been given so much, and we can do so much more with what we've been given, and you'll like it. It's not a bad gig, is it, right? So for today, congratulations, you're doing a great job. This is an important milestone. Some of you got jobs. Some of you are going to go keep doing what you've done in the past. Some of you go on to higher education, do more things. But take a little bit of time to reflect, enjoy what you've been given, and also accept the responsibility for what's been shared with you. And I think you'll enjoy it. So congratulations. Well done. Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. One of the perks of being a senior administrator is that you get the opportunity to recognize outstanding faculty members as well as outstanding alumni, and so I have a few minutes to do that right now. First, I would like to recognize Dr. Michael Penn. Mike, please stand. Michael is the recipient of the Underkoffler Excellence in Teaching Award presented by the UW System Office of Professional and Instructional Development. This award is designed to award outstanding teachers at the University of Wisconsin institutions within the Alliant Energy Service area. Recipients must display an uncommon commitment to teaching, employing especially effective teaching strategies, and enabling particularly notable achievements by former students. Michael has been teaching in the UW-Platteville Civil and Environmental Engineering Department since 1997. He was recognized for continually striving to generate the best learning environment for his students. He has an infectious energy and enthusiasm that motivates students to work hard and focus on learning, said Tammy Salmon-Stevens, who went on to say, "I should note that even though Michael is a favorite professor among students, he is also known for challenging them." Congratulations, Michael, on this notable achievement. Each year, our faculty and the Alumni Association recognize alumni who have brought honor to this university. Since our alumni include winners of the Nobel and Pulitzer Prizes, members of the United States Congress and Wisconsin Legislature, and presidents of major corporations, the choices are never easy. But today we honor two outstanding alumni as models for this graduating class and in recognition of their achievements and contributions. I ask Andrew Score, the president of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, to come forward and greet these honorees. And audience, I ask that you hold your applause until both of the honorees have been introduced. So first we have Michael W. Payne, who graduated from UW-Platteville in 1997 with a Bachelor of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering. Are you standing? Okay, good. He previously worked as a civil engineer, senior engineer, co-manager of engineering for the city of Janesville, and since 2008, he has worked as an engineering manager. He proudly serves as a member in the American Society of Civil Engineers, American Public Works Association, National Eagle Scout Association, and is a Downtown Riverfront Park Steering Committee member. He served as president for the Janesville Noon Lions Club and is currently club secretary. He spends his time volunteering with the Black Hawk Pioneers and Janesville School District. He was honored with the Wisconsin Asphalt Pavement Association Innovation Award, the Boy Scouts of America Eagle Scout Award, and W.T. Clark President's Award through the Janesville Noon Lions Club. He has stayed involved by serving as a past member of the Alumni Association Board of Directors and is a lifetime member of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association. And secondly, this afternoon, we have William K. Shores, who earned his bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 1998. He has worked at NASA Kennedy Space Center in Florida as a criminal investigator for the last 7 years. In 1998, he graduated first in his class at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. He started working as a special agent for the Wisconsin Department of Revenue and conducted criminal investigations that were related to violations of tax laws. And in 2005, he started working at NASA Kennedy Space Center. In 2006, he received the Performance Award at NASA and has continued to do so every year since. In addition, he has received the Special Act Award 4 times, the Distinguished Rating Award twice, the IG Exceptional Achievement Award in 2009, as well as many other awards. In 2010, he was honored with being the guest speaker at UW-Platteville's Criminal Justice Day. Over the years, he and his wife have been actively encouraging youth membership in their church, as well as volunteering at the Humane Society and for Habitat for Humanity, and they currently reside in Cocoa, Florida. Because of their career successes, their volunteer efforts, and their giving back to UW-Platteville and the Platteville community, Michael Payne and William Shores are the Outstanding Alumni Award winners. So please join us in congratulating both of them. And now I ask Andrew Score to announce the awards of Alumni Life memberships.
Good afternoon. Chancellors Shields, Provost, Deans Hudson and Troop, faculty and staff, families, and guests of today's graduates. On behalf of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, it is my pleasure and honor to congratulate the December 2012 commencement class. At this time, I would like to ask all UW-Platteville alumni in attendance to please stand. Graduates, you will soon become a part of this group and all the alumni who have graduated from UW-Platteville. Thank you. Please be seated. At each commencement, the Alumni Association recognizes select graduates by awarding them a lifetime membership into the Alumni Association, a $400 value. Recipients for this award have been involved on campus and in the community, have professional development experience, academic excellence, and their nominators feel strongly that they will continue to stay involved with the university and the Alumni Association after graduation. For this semester, we have selected 4 individuals as recipients. 2 are graduating this afternoon. Please stand as I call your name. Alex Gooding is an electrical engineer major from Grand Chute, Wisconsin. Cindy Couric is an industrial engineer major from Elgin, Illinois. Congratulations to each of you, and congratulations to the graduates this afternoon. Graduates, I encourage you to stay connected to UW-Platteville after graduation and seek out opportunities to stay connected. Volunteer to serve on the Alumni Association Board of Directors or either the College of EMS Alumni Chapter or the College of LAE Alumni Chapter. Plan to attend an alumni event in your area and come back to campus for the EMS Expo, career fairs, homecoming, and other alumni activities. Stay connected through our social media sites or by keeping in contact with faculty and staff on campus. There are many ways to be an active alumni. Again, congratulations on behalf of the Alumni Association. You are forever pioneers.
We're extremely proud of all of our graduates and will shortly recognize each of them. However, I would like to give special recognition to 2 groups of students who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. The undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing gold honor cords. So at this time, will those individuals who have achieved highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.75 and a perfect 4.0. And remain standing. Now will those students who have achieved honors and are graduating magna cum laude please rise and remain standing. The second group of students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. So please join me once again in acknowledging the accomplishments of these very special groups of graduates. Thank you, congratulations, and you may be seated. And at this time, I'm delighted to welcome our Chancellor, Dennis J. Shields, for the diploma presentations.
Thank you, Dr. Denherter. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Graduates, parents, family, faculty, honored guests. It is a privilege and honor to be a part of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville December 2012 commencement exercises. This is indeed a special occasion for all of us, but especially for the graduates, for it marks the close of a remarkable chapter as well as the beginning of another. To our parents, families, and honored guests, today's ceremony would not have been possible without the support and encouragement that you provided these graduates during their journey to this significant stage in their lives. Thank you for helping them, for guiding them, and for most of all, believing in them. To our professors, thank you for providing these students with the exceptional programs, services, teaching, and training that have prepared them for their future. Thank you also for providing them with the support and encouragement that they needed along the way. At every opportunity, you nurtured and inspired these students to be thoughtful, insightful, and responsible citizens who genuinely care about others and the world around them. All of these things were essential to their success on this campus. To our graduates, pioneers, congratulations on your pursuit of excellence and for all you have accomplished. The education you received from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville serves as the foundation that you can build on to accomplish great things. You possess the basic skills and knowledge that you need to achieve your aspirations and be highly successful and innovative in your field. We hope that your time at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville and the support that you received from your classmates, your family, and your friends have also given you something else, something special. Let me take a few moments to talk about that special thing. Your classmates and your friends have been a part of this journey with you. They participated in class with you, worked on projects alongside of you, enjoyed the good times, and yes, suffered with you through the difficult times. Your family provided emotional support and guidance and wisdom and added a psychic balance to your lives that enabled you to achieve something significant. And it is my suspicion that on many occasions, you reciprocated this care, attention, and support to these important people in your lives. My point is that no matter what any of us do and accomplish, the sum total of the good we receive and give in life is inextricably tied to others. It is this relationship to others and the appreciation of the benefits of those relationships that is my hope that you carry forward and, more importantly, pass forward in your lives. I have great confidence that you will, and it is because of this confidence that I have an optimistic view of the future of this country. Now, all of you have pursued excellence in one form or another, or you wouldn't be here today. Each one of you is unique, and it is your responsibility to use your minds and your words and your deeds to make a positive difference in the world. As you begin this journey, I encourage you in a few specific ways. Number one, live and work passionately. Regardless of your life path, do it passionately with your whole being. Number two, make meaningful connections with other people. Strive to form positive relationships with every single person that you know. Listen when someone else is speaking and try to understand his or her point of view. More importantly, listen with the intent to understand and not the intent to reply. 3, challenge yourself. There are billions of people in the world. Use your unique talents and skills to stand out and be extraordinary. 4th, always persevere. Life will always throw obstacles in your way. When those obstacles block your path, ask for help. Make changes if they are necessary, but always keep moving forward. 5th, be a thoughtful, insightful, and responsible citizen. Being a good citizen means more than just obeying the law. A good citizen is someone who engages everyone in a civil manner, no matter what their race, creed, religion, or gender. A good citizen is engaged in the community and helps bring about positive change. 6th, reach out and help those in need. Throughout your life, you will encounter people who are struggling. Help them. Do everything within your power to remove barriers that prevent them from succeeding. As the very successful basketball coach John Wooden once said, you can't live a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never be able to repay you. 7, accept those who may be different from you. Fully embrace and celebrate the notion that all of us are part of the rich tapestry that makes this nation great. And finally, in life, think beyond yourself and strive towards a larger, more meaningful purpose. As the poet Nelson Henderson said, the true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. Lastly, let me remind you, you are in charge of your destiny. Your alma mater has great faith in you, and we have no doubt that you can make a powerful impact on the world. And know that you have the power to make every day a great day to be a pioneer. Thank you.
At this time, I ask all of the individuals who are about to receive bachelor's and master's degrees to please stand. Chancellor Shields, as provost and as directed by the university faculty, I certify that the individuals standing before you are candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Science, and upon completion of the prescribed curricula, are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diplomas for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost and Vice Chancellor, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree you have earned. together with all the rights and privileges attending thereto.
Congratulations, and you may be seated. As we begin awarding the degrees, I ask that everyone show respect for the graduates and for those who are seated near you. We know that this is an exciting time and we expect some celebration. However, we ask that the celebration be respectful. All here are anxious to hear the name of their special student, so please refrain from excessive celebration or the use of artificial noisemakers. Associate Registrar Diane Hanton will read the names of the graduates. I ask that the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science Dean William Hudson and College of Liberal Arts and Education Dean Elizabeth Troop present the degree recipients.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science please stand? Chancellor Shields, as Dean of the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science, I present to you the recipients of the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Will the recipients please begin coming forward?
Okay.
Ian Edward McGregor. Nicole Michelle Richter. Gregory S. Allen. Jeremy P. Bartz. Adam R. Becker. Ethan E. Becker. Andrew J. Benoit. Brandon C. Beaupre. Jessica L. Chepp. Christopher D. Chesmore. Meredith Dentisi. Daniel P. DeKemper. Sarah Ann Deancull. Arella M. Duran. Ryan Adam Eggers. Lindsay R. Eisentraut. Joel Matthew Fendrick. Nathan S. Flogel. Anna Marie Frederick. David C. Gallagher. Brian M. Jensko. Benjamin David Jamarino. Alexander W. Gooding. Brandon K. Gustafson. Julia Benedetta Hegler. Ryan M. Herbeck. Brandon C. Hobbs. Nathan N. Herning. Eric William Holsetter. Ryan D. Hush. Jacob Allen Huras. Matthew Richard Carls. Timothy L. Kenniker. Cameron H. Kirschbaum. Christopher J. Coberly. Daniel M. Kaler. Brian B. Kraut. Adam Douglas Crookstrom. Joseph C. Krieger. Stephen P. Cooksdorf. Cindy V. Kurek. Mitchell T. Coots. Patrick J. Latimer. Adam R. Lepine. Jacob John Liebzeit. Justin L. Lorenz. Neha Lor. Jacob R. Ludeman. Kevin Charles Luty. Stuart T. Mabin. Daniel J. McDonough. Laura E. McWilliams. Peter A. Nelson. Chad D. Opime. Joseph W. Plutz. Andrew J. Potter. Timothy J. Posey. Corey Michael Rayberger. Christopher M. Reichert. James Philip Reed. Nathan Paul Roach. Alexander David Thomas Robertson. Robert M. Robson. Joseph G. Rolchin. Andrew Robert Rosine. Stephen D. Roche. Maddie San Pompakti. Joshua Matthew Schiffer. Kyle J. Shinkowski. Kyle Aaron Schmidt. Daniel M. Schnell. Carl Blaine Shanehard III. Margaret K. Schweiss. Kristen Noel Scott. Kyle W. Schischler. Andrew Johnson Skiba. Eric F. Smits. Daniel J. Spear. William W. Spike. Benjamin S. Sprecher. Freddie A. Tavares. Bong To. James J. Tice. Elizabeth Claire Toman. Thomas Scott Thornton. John M. Trava. John R. Trunick. Dustin J. Tisber. Tyler T. Utek. Samuel M. Walk. Joseph S. Walters. Jacob C. Wellbank. Mark C. Weller. Matt H. Weller. Debbie Jean Wisniewski. Matthew T. Wiswell. Caleb J. Woodars. David J. Zerroth. Kyle Stephen Zimmerman.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education please stand? Chancellor Shields, as Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, I present to you the recipients of the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science degrees from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Will the recipients please begin coming forward?
Renee C. Himdahl. Kylie E. Fendrick. Brianna Marie Gentz. Danielle Amanda Ballweg. Kara C. Bartels. Michaela Marie Bradley. Ryan J. Bridges. Joseph D. Birkland. Brittany K. Cayley. Lynlee M. Carlson. Sarah Mariah Casper. Ashley Lynn Surjak. Ashley Nicole Cook. Amanda D. Korsjay. Matthew B. Cram. Rachel Day. Christopher R. DeWitt. James R. Dower. Carl Doyle. Alyssa Marie Eke. Sarah Marie Fields. Michael Lynn Fisher. Felicia Marie Fulbright. Richard Allen Fontaine. Autumn M. Franklin. Dana Alicia Hatch. Jeannie Elizabeth Hamilton. Stephanie R. Hayes. Erin Kathleen Healy. Jacob Thomas Hinrichs. Adam B. Height. Emily Ann Hiddesdorf. Paige Marie Honader. Dale A. Hover. Ashley Blessing Howard. Michael D. Ruby. Brittany Y. Hutchison. Bethany Lynn Johnson. Brittany L. Johnson. Jessica K. Johnson. Samantha A. Jung. Trevor Cattree. Kaylee Ann King. David J. Cattell. Christy Marie Kleinhans. Kelsey A. Knapp. Candace Marie Cook. Bradley L. Conkle. Allison M. Lang. Matthew Lee Leitzen. Alexander J. Leroy. Kathleen M. Lincecum. Tessa A. Linker. Erica J. Longest. Jason W. Markham. Christian Andrew Martin. Scott R. Mansfield. Joseph D. Martin. Nicholas S. McComb. Corey Daniel McCullough. Megan A. McDermott. Ryan McNally. Jason R. Merrill. Amanda Marie Mezzera. Sarah M. Miller. Eric A. Mitchell. Leslie A. Monaco. Katie A. Nicodem. Cassie Marie Nelson. Katie F. Nolan. Crystal A. Nosek. Bailey and Ustenrik. Devin Lee Ostrowski. Brittany Elizabeth Pitts. Kevin Charles Potterick. Carissa Jean Prime. Bradley D. Potter. Daniel J. Pulvermacher. Robert L. Rader. Corey J. Reeves. Kate Ryman. Gerald John Ritchie. Emily A. Richter. Andrew L. Rickers. Katie Lynn Ritchie. Andrew R. Rupnow. Corey R. Reuter. Jessica L. Schuenberg. Elizabeth Grace Shaw. Alyssa Jane Simmons. Trevor David Smadall. Catherine Stademuller. Kelsey M. Stahlbush. Nathaniel Joseph Stieber. Brent R. Stone. Jason M. Story. Brian A. Straka. Katie A. Moore-Stunichka. Edwin Valentine Sullivan. Anne Marie Tank. Benjamin W. Taylor. Kyle E. Thorson. Mallory Dawn Uren. Shelby L. Vanata. Soraya K. Viga Mattoon. Troy W. Watson. Jessica Ann Weber. Kendall A. Wegner. Megan Elizabeth Wenner. Christopher George Wigman. Ashley R. Wilkinson. Elizabeth Ann Wilkinson. Katrina M. Winoraski. Morgan Elizabeth Zant.
To our graduates, please be seated.
This ceremony would not have been possible without the time and effort so generously given by a number of groups and individuals. The members of the commencement committee are listed in your program. Professor Joe Lomax, who was the first minority professor on campus and is retiring this year from the Criminal Justice Department, has served as commencement marshal. The names of the graduates were read by Diane Hanton, Associate Registrar. The student ambassadors distributed programs and organized seating for audience members. Our facilities staff, as well as the technical services and media services staff, have attended to many details. Rachel Day led the singing. The UW-Platteville Symphony Band, under the direction of Barry Ellis, deserves our appreciation for the music accompanying today's ceremony. So will the committee members, Professor Joe Lomax, Diane Hatton, Rachel Day, the members of the Symphony Band, the media technology and technical services staff, our facilities staff, and our student ambassadors, please stand and be recognized. As we say farewell to our graduates, I want to give them the opportunity to recognize those who have guided them through college life with gentle prodding and friendly assistance, the faculty and staff of this university. UW-Platteville faculty, staff, and administrators, please rise and be recognized by the graduates. Thank you for your outstanding work. And the last group I would like to recognize consists of very special people. Like the faculty and staff and administrators of our campus, these individuals have been teachers, counselors, and mentors. These special people have spent a lifetime with the graduates. They have helped the graduates study, have helped them financially, and have done all they could to help ensure the students' success. So, would all of the parents, grandparents, husbands, wives, children, grandchildren, partners, and other important people to our graduates please stand and be recognized by them. Okay, so please turn to page 44 of your commencement program. Stand and remove your head cover as we join Rachel Day in singing our alma mater.
Alma mater, grand and glorious, we shall ever be victorious. Glory to you, dear Platteville pioneers, e'er will be. We shall win her honor. Praise be ever on her. Honored upward to the fore, none shall falter evermore. Alma mater, grand and glorious, wrought by loyalty.
Please be seated. The commencement ceremonies have been videotaped and are available via streaming video on the campus webpage. We ask that everyone remain seated until the faculty has left the gymnasium, and then the graduates will remain to greet their parents, relatives, and friends. Once again, congratulations to the graduating class of December 2012.